So for this, I'll be going over the roles and responsibilities of social workers. The basic educational requirements is your BSW or the Bachelor's of Social Work. That's really like the beginning of the social worker career that can like launch off into so many other different aspects with like your master's of social work, which can lead you to different licensings, which can lead to different fields where you find whether you want to go into macro level, working with large groups, communities, or like on the micro level where you're working with more of like individuals and families. You can get licensings in different fields. There's like a plethora of options for licensing and like special trainings, whether it's your LCSW if you want to go for the clinical side, or like doing therapy, or your LMSW, just being a master's of social work. You can go more towards addiction and rehab. There's so many other options that are springboarded off of the BSW. I like to see, especially from my perspective of interning with DSS, social work is kind of like your middle ground. The client meets with the social worker first most of the time, and the social worker is able to provide resources and referrals and reach out to different organizations to go from there based on the client's needs. One of those can be healthcare, and the healthcare side of things, social workers really are meant to, I feel like, voice for the family in general, because while of course the medical professionals have the needs that they need met, but the family can be unheard in those means at times, as we saw in the videos where they're training. Bria's family wasn't always heard, so the social worker was able to step up and voice those concerns with the family to have their voice heard. Some myths surrounding our field. Social workers are stereotyped usually as baby snatchers, which just isn't true. I mean, there are some fields in a job where, especially with like CPS, where children do have to be removed in certain situations, but that's of course like the last thing a social worker would want to do. No, I don't think anyone really goes into the field with the idea of, man, I can't wait to remove a kid from their home today, so I think that's just a big stereotype or a big myth around the field. I think the magic or the passion comes from, like, at the end of the day, if you can sum up social workers' jobs all together, like, the one thing you'll find in common is that you want to help people. So the passion, the magic comes genuinely from that want, that need to help people overall. But yeah, that's social work.